Oh, hey there. I'm just sitting up here on the windowsill, observing the tops of buildings, trying to think about running across them, and how, like, vampires and stuff, like, in Cirque du Freak, you know, those books I just read. They're always running across freaking buildings and things, and personally, I've always wanted to be able to do stuff like that. Like, I just wanted to stand on top of a skyscraper and, like, perch on it on the corner and look down on people and then be pretty boss. I don't know, you know? Before I die, I'm gonna freaking perch on top of a building and look at people like a badass, because that's what all badasses do. But anyway, so I've been thinking that I should be able to learn how to do this, or, you know, just being on top of the roofs and running across them. You know, you could just run across them from one to the other. But then I was sitting up here, as you can see, because, well, I guess I'm laying right now. Can you even see me? I don't know. Who cares? I can't see you. But, so, yeah, and you see, I don't know, now look at this. I want you to see something. Can you see this? I can't even tell what you're looking at. Yeah, okay, here you are. So, look at that. You see that drop from that building to that other building? That is several feet. It is lots of feet. I don't even know. A lot of feet. And I am pretty sure I would die in that jump or that fall. And then I realized, this is what made me realize, this right here. You know, looking at these tops of these buildings outside my window, so made me realize that you probably have to have vampire skills to run across buildings. You have to be able to fall, like, oodles of feet and not get hurt. And with that, I find myself incredibly depressed, because it's something I've always wanted to do. And now I just don't know. And now I just don't know. It's pretty freaking depressing. I am depressed. But not really. But, like, fucking shit, man. I want to run across those buildings. I want to get on the roofs and run across them. And I can't now, because I cannot jump 1,000,000 feet and not die. And I am pissed. Oh. You see? Okay. Oh, look, no. Wait. See that? That right there, that's my purse. It's got a narwhal on it. My roommate from back home, Allie, drew that for me because she was a badass. And all that. And, I forgot to tell you last week about this dream I had last Saturday. And, hey, go home, son. But, I had this dream about this dream I had last Saturday. Which is weird, because last night I also had a dream about, you know, Harry Potter-y stuff, like, you know, fandom things, but it wasn't, you know, it didn't have specifically you fellas in there. But I had a bunch, but last week I had this dream. And a lot of you guys were in there, and I just remember this one part that I wanted to tell you about, where, there's, I don't even know, Dinah had, like, these cool pillows or something. She had pillows, and I guess for some reason we needed pillows, or wanted pillows. I really don't know, but, Dinah had these pillows, and she was taunting us with them, obviously, and she was like, I bet you're wondering where I got these pillows, and we were like, yeah, and she's like, well, I've got these tiny dinosaurs. I don't know why, but I thought that was funny as shit. Well, I think I still do think it's funny, but you maybe don't think it's funny, but I thought it was funny that she had I got these tiny dinosaurs. And apparently can go find pillows for you. So, I wish I could just, like, I'm like no face. I should be a vampire. Like, you can't see me when the sun's shining on me. When the sun is shining on me. So, I probably am going to be a vampire at some point, and then I'll be able to run across that building. And all the buildings in the world, and I'll be able to be a badass on top of them. It's gonna happen. You just wait. Oh, gosh, I don't even know why I never thought about this. I'm looking at all these other buildings. I don't know if you could see them from here if I tried to show you, but they're all so far apart from each other. How do they must jump and shit. Or maybe people should just build buildings closer together and closer to the same height. Because people like me need to run across them. Lena asked if we were stuck on a deserted island. I always think desert. Not desert. Desert island? I guess. But it's a desert island, whatever it is. I was thinking that maybe I was thinking dessert island, which doesn't make sense, but is it desert? I don't think it's desert island. I do not think it's desert island. But anyway, she asked if we were stuck on a deserted island, what kind of ice cream would you want? And then she was like, and like the second she said that, I was like, I already know. I already know. Mint chocolate chip. And then she was like, mint chocolate chip, and I was like, actually, no, I was more like, because, fucking, yeah, man, freaking mint chocolate chip. I was, the awesomeness of the two of us is like, well, I mean, everybody here is awesome, obviously, but, mint chocolate chip wins the battle. Anyway, that's all. Bye! I really wish that could just be like, I could like run around the, like, across the ceiling and be like, not like that obviously, but I wish that I could run across it and watch and film this the entire time that I was doing that, so I could just be like, without putting me way up here, but I cannot. See, like, I try. And then I end up down here. And then I just end up being jealous of hamsters, because they can do that, and I can't. They can run across the ceiling and all that in their little houses, and they can run in circles, and they can film videos for you with their faces on you, and spinning around and shit. But I can't. I can't do that, and I'm jealous of hamsters, and I'm jealous of vampires, and I'm jealous of Dinah because she has tiny dinosaurs.